राम राम। चलो शुरू करते हैं आज का सेशन। चलिए, नाउ व्हाट डज एसिंग मीन? एसिंग, एस का मतलब क्या होता है? व्हाट डज एस मीन? एस इज नंबर वन। राइट नाउ, with the aim to simplify wedding planning, many couples and wedding planners are rely का मतलब होता है depend on AI to handle tasks and minimize stress. Now they're using AI even in wedding planning. There is this Tanya Thakral. She says, the AI's stylish suggestions impressed me. I shared cultural details about my family and my in-laws. For cocktail party outfit advice, it recommended a gown suitable for the occasion, aligning with both my families. Detailed prompts are essential for recommendation. You have to give that entire detailing, and what it will do, it will somehow help you with its suggestion. तो अब AI का काइंड ऑफ इंटरवेंशन, ह्यूमन क्रिएटिविटी क्या बची? थिंक ऑफ इट। तारा सुतारिया सेइंग नवरोज। नवरोज कब मनाया जाता है? एंड व्हाट इज नवरोज? What is Navroz? Navroz is Parsi New Year, isn't it? And it is usually it falls या तो 19th मार्च से 22nd मार्च के बीच में होता है। कहते हैं अकबर यूज्ड टू सेलिब्रेट नवरोज, राइट? बेसिकली जोरोस्ट्रियन ट्रेडिशन में आज उनका न्यू ईयर स्टार्ट होता है। नाउ इज न्यू, रोज इज डे। तो रोज जो वर्ड है, रोजाना, रोजा, हर रोज, ये सारे पर्शियन ओरिजिन के वर्ड हैं जिसको आप डेली बोलते हैं, रोज रोज। और बेसिकली क्या है, अभी आपका स्प्रिंग इक्विनॉक्स या इसको समर इक्विनॉक्स आएगा। व्हाट इज एन इक्विनॉक्स? क्या होता है इक्विनॉक्स? देख लो, इक्विनॉक्स क्या होता है? व्हेन डे एंड नाइट्स आर इक्वल। आज या कल नवरोज होगा। अगेन, व्हाट इज सीज? SIEGE, एंड CEASC, तीनों में अंतर क्या होता है? तीनों में क्या अंतर है? सीज और सीज में बताया हुआ है ना। देख लो, What does fragile mean? Fragile, handle with care. Fragile is that can be easily broken. Seize is to capture. Siege is to surround, जिसमें SIEGE है, right? SIEGE और CEASE, seize, to stop. आपको एक वर्ड और बताया होगा, देख लो. What does elude mean? Elude, ELUDE और ALLUDE. elude और elude में क्या अंतर होता है? Elude क्या होता है? Indirect reference to something, और elude which is not in one's reach, जो पकड़ में ना हो. खैर, 6 men and a woman in IOC fray. थॉमस बैक का बेसिकली प्रेसिडेंशियल टेन्योर कंप्लीट हो रहा है. उसके अलावा 6 लोग हैं. वन इज रस्ट्री कोवेंट्री. कोवेंट्री वैसे यूके में एक काउंटी का नाम भी कोवेंट्री है. कोवेंट्री क्लब भी है फुटबॉल का. एंड शी इज बेसिकली फ्रॉम जिम्बाब्वे. जिम्बाब्वे की है. चेयरपर्सन ऑफ एथलीट कमीशन 2018 to 2021. In 2023 she was reappointed as Zimbabwe's Minister for Sports, Art and Recreation. IOC member है 2013 से. And she was a former Olympic swimmer. She won 7 medals, including 2 gold, to become the most decorated Olympian from Africa. While she was also named Zimbabwe's Sportswoman of the Year. Claimed her manifesto that IOC must prioritize athletes' mental health and physical recovery. And she seeks zero tolerance for corruption and doping. Then there is Sebastian Coe, 68, Britain, President of World Athletic Organized and delivered 2012 London Olympics, former member of British Parliament, IOC member 2020, and 4 Olympic medals, including 2 gold in 1500 meters and 2 silvers in 800 meters. And then there is Faisal Al Hussein from Jordan, 61, President of Jordan's Olympic Committee, Chairman of Jordan Motorsport, Executive Board member, IOC member since 2010, and member of Exclusive Board 2019, a former wrestler and rally co-driver. Prince Faisal was also the Royal Jordanian Air Force, holding various positions between 1981 to 2017. Then there is David Lapatinant, France, 51, President of Union Cyclist Interpersonnel UCI, President of French National Olympics and Sports Committees, IOC member, a former cyclist. और अगर फ्रेंच होगा तो आपको पता होना चाहिए, फ्रांस में टूर डे फ्रांस होता है अक्सर, राइट? टूर डे फ्रांस. And Lapatinant also served as the mayor of Sarajevo in Brittany and held multiple local councillor mandates. Then Johan Alijash, Swedish, President of the International Ski and Snowboard. See, most of those, if it is French, cyclist. If it is Jordan, wrestler, right? If it is Britain, running. And if it is Swedish, skiing. IOC member, a Swedish British businessman, Alias was formerly the chief executive of sporting goods company head. He was named among top 50 richest people in the UK in the Sunday Times with a net worth of euro 4 billion. Then there is Johan Antonio Samaranch, 65, Spain, member of Spanish National Olympic Committee since 1989, first vice president of the International Modern Pen पेंटाथलॉन. व्हाट इज पेंटाथलॉन? ये तो वर्ड मैंने आपको बताया होगा, और जिसको पता होगा उसको पता होना चाहिए. दिस कुड लीड यू टू मोर देन 1000 वर्ड्स एंड प्लस हेल लॉट ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन. Pentathlon Union since 1996, CEO and founder of partner of GBS Finance South Spain, member since 2010 and executive board member from 2012. And then there is Morinori Watanabe, Japan, President of International Gymnastics Federation, former General Secretary of the Japan Gymnastics Association, IOC member since 2018. All these people, they are in the fray of becoming the Olympic Committee President. Right? चलिए खैर. There is this village, how a small village in the heart of India bends it like Brazil. MP का village है, their kids they play football a lot, whereas India को for their fortunes they have to turn towards Chhetri again. After 489 days, a win for India, and that too is because of Sunil Chhetri. Sunil Chhetri's return to score. Coach Marquez a breather in 3-0 verdict over Maldives. Right? Sunil Chhetri justified being coaxed out of the international blah 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 after 3-0 scoreline. Chhetri, who started the game and stayed in the thick of the things till he was substituted in 82nd minute, helped himself to a goal in 76th minute before Rahul Bheke 34 and Liston Koloko 68 has done enough to put the issue beyond Maldives beach. It is his return brings India's run back, whereas as I said, हमारे athletes के पास probably they lack the stamina, isn't it? Football is all about stamina. What Suni and every other astronaut endure up there. Astronauts को क्या बर्दाश्त करना पड़ता है? How did two space travelers survive and thrive in a space station 9 months past scheduled departure? Thanks to scientific and psychological tools developed by superb global R&D. क्योंकि पहला क्वेश्चन था, what primary challenges astronauts face in the traveling to space? The most immediate challenge is launch itself. Launch में ही कई बारी blast हो जाता है. Getting out of the Earth's atmosphere requires enormous energy to break free from its gravitational pull, जिसको √2g बोलते हैं. escape velocity होनी चाहिए. अगर वो escape velocity नहीं है, you can never come out of it. This intense acceleration means experiencing intense gravitational forces, g forces, and once in space, lack of gravity has significant impact on body and astronauts must quickly adapt to the condition of weightlessness. वहां पर weightlessness है और यहां पर आप gravity के कारण weight feel कर रहे हैं. Second thing is, how does weightlessness impact human body? Zero gravity is perhaps the most dramatic astronaut experience, but given that body no longer needs to support its own weight in space, bones weaken. अर्थ पे बॉडी को अपना वेट सपोर्ट करना पड़ता है, तो जो आपकी बोन्स हैं वो स्ट्रांग रहती हैं, एक्सरसाइज होती है, वहां पर बोन्स वीक हो जाती हैं. एस्ट्रोनॉट्स आर सेट टू लूज अराउंड 1 to 2% ऑफ बोन मास पर मंथ, 1 से 2% हर महीने. एंड शी स्टेड देयर मोर देन 6 months or so. She must have lost 12% of her bone mass. Primarily in astronauts are said to primarily in weight bearing spine and legs. This can make astronauts more prone to fractures once they return to Earth without the need to support their body against gravity. Muscles also shrink unless exercised regularly. फिर दूसरी प्रॉब्लम क्या होती है? ISS is often described as small, cramped environment. Astronauts are in close quarters with colleagues and have little personal space that can put them into some mental stress or trauma. इसलिए मैं देखो, it is not about just Sunita Williams and Buck Wilmore. It is about their spirit. आज women को, if they are looking for a role model, then Sunita can be that. It's easy to call women weak, but look at this. She had this option. उसको पता था it is almost impossible to coming back, but instead of cribbing about it, she just used her energy for creative work. She became the longest walking woman in the space. She did many researches over there. तो डिप्रेशन आएगा तब जब आप अपने काम से दूर हो जाओगे. Engage yourself into work. Now, how did absence of atmosphere affect astronauts' health? The atmosphere provides essential protection from harmful radiation from the sun and cosmic rays, something missing in space, which could have short-term and long-term effects. Prolonged exposure to the radiation can increase the risk of cancer as well as potentially affect the central nervous system and the cardiovascular system. ISS shielding provides some protection but not perfect. Right? To counter this, astronauts on long duration missions like Williams and Wilmore receive regular monitoring for radiation exposure. They also have protocols for minimizing risk, such as following specific operational procedure with high रेडिएशन लेवल. तो ये भी एक रिस्क है, रेडिएशन हाई है वहां पर. नेक्स्ट, हाउ आर फूड, वाटर एंड वेस्ट मैनेज इन स्पेस? ऑन ISS, astronauts rely on specially prepared pre-packaged meals that are nutrient dense and designed to be easily consumed in a weightless environment. This meal often come in vacuum sealed packs, requiring astronauts to rehydrate them with water. So they have to infuse water in that so that becomes spongy and edible. With recycling is crucial. ISS used advanced technology to reclaim water from urine, sweat, even air, which is then purified and reused. Underline this thing. What they do, right? They recycle water of urine, sweat, isn't it, and air. हम लोग पानी बर्बाद करते हैं. So when things are scarce, then we basically realize their importance, I presume. Right? When it comes to waste, astronauts use specially designed toilets that allow waste to be contained in the absence of gravity. Waste management remains a major logistical challenge for long duration space missions, especially beyond low Earth orbit (LEO), such as to those to Mars. तो ये सारे challenges space. I don't know about you people. I believe space is definitely next big thing. These are the challenges, and these astronauts are overcoming it. I still am huge fan of this Elon Musk. I have been mentioning him since 2014. Khair. However, tech advancement helping astronauts stay longer in space. New materials and shielding technologies are being developed to reduce the radiation exposure, to combat muscle atrophy and bone loss. Astronauts exercise for 2 hours daily on specialized equipment. They have developed equipment such as treadmill with vibration isolation and stabilization (TVIS). Advances in life support systems such as far more efficient oxygen generation and CO2 removal have improved substantially. These systems help ensure astronauts can enjoy fresh air and comfortable temperatures despite the extreme conditions. How do astronauts prepare for these challenges? Their rigorous training, जो अभी आप इंडिया के जो गगन नॉट्स हैं, कौन कौन से चार हैं? Who are the four गगन नॉट्स दैट इंडिया इज सेंडिंग? अभी 2 दिन पहले ही हम लोग बात कर रहे थे. नाउ आपको अब्रॉड से जितना नियरली 5% ऑफ एवरी डॉलर फ्रॉम रिलेटिव्स अब्रॉड लॉस्ट टू चेंजेस. Hello, as per RBI, our economy is resilient among global uncertainties. ये जो टैरिफ वॉर है, it could lead to a complete chaos in the market. फिर भी इंडियन इकोनॉमी इज सस्टेनेबल, राइट? हमारा एक टैक्स सिस्टम, टैक्स रेवेन्यू अच्छा है, राइट? हमारा सर्विस का एक्सपोर्ट का रिकॉर्ड अच्छा है और हमारी ग्रोथ स्ट्रांग है. और इंडिया हैज अ स्किल्ड वर्कफोर्स, राइट? Trump says promise made and promise kept. Trump administration on rescue of US astronauts, right? Astronauts, as I said, because once they are back on Earth, they have to regain and readapt themselves with the changing environment. So that's why they are kept into an isolation, so that they regain and readapt themselves with the atmosphere of the Earth. SpaceX, there was an entire NASA failed to bring those astronauts back, and this man within a week brought them back. हम लोग नासा कर रहे हैं. SpaceX is next big thing. A SpaceX capsule carrying NASA astronauts Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore and Nick Hague and Russian astronaut Alexander Gorbanov splashes down at the Gulf of Mexico. मुझे ये अजीब सा लगा. अभी भी हमारे अखबार में गल्फ ऑफ मैक्सिको है. They must ask Trump, right? Off the coast of Florida, isn't it? And White House में it says promise made and promise kept, whereas Sunita is a trailblazer, one who leads a trail. PM leads nation in cheering her return. भाई हमारे लिए भी तो कम से कम हमारे एक सुनीता हैज लिंक, हर फैमिली इज फ्रॉम गुजरात ना. शी वाज बोर्न एंड ब्रॉट अप इन ओहायो. शी हैज इंडियन जीन्स. तो ऑब्वियसली इट इज अ बिग डे फॉर इंडिया एज वेल. एंड हर अचीवमेंट. नेदरलैंड seeks synergy with India on dual use technology that both country can use, isn't it? Whereas India asked Netherlands, Dutch Defense Minister Ruben Brekelmans, he met basically Rajnath Singh during this Raisina dialogue, and Rajnath Singh asked him not to give anything to the Pakistan. Facing Dragon's Fire, मनीला, फिलीपींस. फिलीपींस का डिफेंस मिनिस्टर और फॉरेन मिनिस्टर इंडिया में है, isn't it? And their president is Marcos, and their defense minister or foreign minister, they said they also have Indian gene. And it wants India in forming a defense alliance called strategic quad, which is squad, and so that it becomes a part of India. And it hailed India for supplying BrahMos. As I always say, मॉस्को के साथ अच्छी बात क्या, रशिया हमें टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफर करता है, अमेरिका टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफर नहीं करेगा. ये यूएस का ड्रॉबैक है. बट अगेन चाइनीज आर्म्स बने किस प्लेटफॉर्म पे होंगे? Isn't it? रशियन प्लेटफॉर्म पे बने होंगे, तो ये एक ड्रॉबैक है। आज ही के दिन इंदिरा गांधी इलेक्शन हार गई थी, लॉस्ट इलेक्शंस ऑन दिस डे। First poll held after 1975 emergency, a 21-month emergency. Hmm? They are showing that Trump lost $143 billion, they lost 22 billion. इनकी ये इनकी एक तरह फंक्शनल लिक्विड कैश थोड़ी है, शेयर प्राइसेस है, वो इनकी जेब में तो है नहीं, तो कितने भी खो दो, जो पैसा है ही नहीं आपके पास, फंक्शनल प्रॉपर्टी तो नहीं है ना। खैर, man gets fresh breath of life with double lung transplant, and they have made a green corridor to transport donor from Goa. दोनों लंग ट्रांसप्लांट हुए हैं, राइट। A 41-year-old Delhi resident with severe interstitial lung disease (ILD) received a successful double lung transplant after organs were airlifted from a Goa donor to a private hospital. The operation heavily relied on green corridor that facilitated the quick transport of donors' lung from Goa to Delhi. The organs reached Delhi hospital within 6 hours of harvesting, thus maintaining their suitability for the transplant. So now they are transplanting the lungs as well. टीवी नहीं, एंश्योर आपको पता होगा, एंश्योर, इंश्योर, अश्योर। नाउ Israeli face recognition software ends the robbers run within 24 hours, right? Police have arrested two men for allegedly looting about 80 lakh from a trader on gunpoint in Chandni Chowk 2 days ago. The case was cracked within 24 hours with the help of Israelis face recognition software. And you have to understand their advancement. अगर उनके पास ये सॉफ्टवेयर जब उन्होंने इंडिया को दे रखा है, उनके पास इसका कौन सा वर्जन होगा और वो कैसे अपने एनिमी को ट्रैक कर सकते हैं। हमारे दिल्ली पुलिस के पास है ना। अकॉर्डिंग टू अ सीनियर दिल्ली पुलिस ऑफिसर, द डुओ हैड नॉलेज ऑफ द मूवमेंट ऑफ आंगड़ियाज हवाला couriers in the area and planned to target large cash transfer. On Monday around 7:40 p.m., a trader Ajmal was returning home after collecting around 80 lakh in cash near his residence in Hyder Kuli. A man stopped him at gunpoint, tried to snatch his bag and fired a shot at the ground. When victim resisted, the assailant then fled with the bag containing cash. An FIR was registered at Lahori Gate police station. An investigation was launched. Several police teams have analyzed footage nearly 500 CCTV cameras, Chandni Chowk, Red Fort, Jama Masjid, Daryaganj, Lahori Gate. Trace the route used by the assailant to escape. They observed and he kept changing the direction after robbery. A breakthrough came when Muhammad Ali was captured in CCTV near crime scene. Using Israeli face recognition software, our teams matched it with the prior criminal record from the Kotwali police station. Once we had a positive match, we immediately moved to track him down, said DCP North Raja Banthia. So they have basically tracked his face and used match with the existing data. Now Sunita Bach back to earth after 9 month, मतलब 6 month सोच रहा था, 9 month में अगर 2% बोन लॉस है कितना हो जाएगा? 9 2 जा 18. God knows, isn't it? Khair, they said 2 months after one big question, is Trump wrecking the American dream, breaking it or not? Right? He has many pro issues: immigration, consumerism, science, environment, universities and free speech. Even आज मैं पढ़ रहा था, ट्रंप की यूएस एड के कारण जो टिबेटन गवर्नमेंट इन एग्जाइल है उनके पास भी फंड्स का क्रंच आ गया है. खैर, द गुड न्यूज अबाउट टुडे इज जो की फाइट्स कैंसर जम्प्स बैक इन सैडल. सैडल इज जिस पर बैठते हैं. फॉर स्वीटेस्ट रेस विन. 2 years ago जो कि निर्मल जोधा was fighting for his life. On Sunday, he was fighting for the finish line. He won both races. The 43-year-old who battled with third stage colon cancer and dropped to just 27 kg during treatment made a stunning comeback at Mahalakshmi Race Course, guiding No Hopper absolute gorgeous past, the winning the post at the Star Shine Trophy. Though I have ridden around 300 winters in my 25-year career in saddle, this one is the sweetest. So again, दो न्यूज, एक सुनीता विलियम्स and second is Nirmal Jodha. They are the heroes. It is not about cribbing. It is about the way you tackle your problems. Cribbing can keep on, you keep on cribbing all the time. Right? Now, थॉमस एडिसन की आज की कोट है जो मुझे पर्सनली बड़ी अच्छी लगी थी. चीफ फंक्शन ऑफ द बॉडी इज टू कैरी ब्रेन अराउंड, एंड विच आई बिलीव इज ट्रू. द बॉडीज बेसिक फंक्शन इज to give you a good brain and how you can use it, right, so that you won't turn into guddu gudiyas. Khair, Bangladesh arrest chief of Rohingya insurgent group. रोहिंग्या इंसर्जेंसी बांग्लादेश में भी, और हमारे यहां लोगों को रोहिंग्या चाहिए घर के अंदर. Bangladesh authorities have arrested the commander of Rohingya Muslim insurgent group Ataullah Abu Amar Jununi on the charges of murder, illegal entry, sabotage, military activities. Police said Ataullah Abu Amar Jununu, chief of Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army (ARSA), and 10 others were arrested Tuesday from Narayanganj district near capital Dhaka. Jununi, a Pakistani-born Rohingya who grew in Makkah, heads a group that has conducted attacks on officials in Myanmar as a part of what it describes a defensive war with a brutal Burmese military regime on behalf of Rohingya who face discrimination and violence in Myanmar. Intel says ARSA members have been involved in the targeted killing, kidnapping, drugs and other serious crimes in Rohingya refugee camps. Infighting over control the camps led to the deaths of hundreds of Rohingya. So they, wherever they have their camps in Cox's Bazar area, right, they're fighting and they're dealing drugs. Shall we allow these Rohingyans to stay in our country? Not just Rohingyans, those East Pakistanis, Bangladeshis as well. We must single them out. Okay. Israel launches new ground operation in Gaza, told 38. Israel यार, I said, वापस उस थॉमस अल्वा एडिशन की वो कोट को पढ़ो. Chief function of the body is to carry the brain around. Rest is meaningless. सोचो, जो आपको फेस रिकॉग्निशन सॉफ्टवेयर दे सकता, उसके खुद के पास क्या होगा? क्या आदमी किसी को ऐसी कोई चीज देता है जिससे उसका नुकसान हो सके? सोचना पड़ेगा पूरे उम्मा को. 57 कंट्रीज हैं, अकेले सबकी नाक में दम कर रखा है. अफगानिस्तान पाकिस्तान बॉर्डर क्रॉसिंग रीओपन्स आफ्टर 25 डेज. सोचो, एक जमाने में ये दोनों साथ साथ चलते थे, राइट? हक्कानी नेटवर्क. बाकी ट्रंप ऑर्डर थाउजेंड ऑफ जेएफके असैसिनेशन डॉक्यूमेंट्स न्यूली पब्लिक. वहां पर फाइल्स को डीक्लासिफाई कर दिया जाता है आफ्टर 20 ईयर्स. तो अब उनके फाइल्स जो है जेएफके की असैसिनेशन की, उनको डीक्लासिफाई किया जा रहा है. आज के लिए इतना ही, कल फिर कंटिन्यू करते हैं इसको. चलो, राम राम.